Good afternoon, you guys. Good afternoon. It is Saturday, 9/11, 2021. Welcome to the Keeping It Real Conversation Show with your host, Sunshine. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. It is the name of the show. We are currently live on Facebook on my page, Sunshine Camila, Kamela. Also, we're on Spotify. We are on GrooveRadioDetroit.com. We are on YouTube. We are on Mixcloud. We're on a lot of things. So just find us. Again, since the show started, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're one person away, one advice away, one help away, or where you need to be in your destiny. Today, of course, I have awesome guests as I always do. Today, we have a young lady that's coming on in a minute to represent the rap game. And I have at 3 o'clock, I have a friend who I have been friends with since elementary school, and he's doing really big and really awesome in the kingdom of God in Bishop Eric Lloyd. I am glad to be in the land of the living. I'm not feeling my best, but I'm glad to be alive. I got a lot of things coming up in a few weeks. Next week, I have some huge guests coming on. Mr. Joel Barksdale, who's going to be talking about autism, also used to be a former NFL player. He will be on the show, as well as a special friend that I have who is with one of my old friends. That's what I say his wife will be on the show Wednesday. This weekend coming up is my 1 year anniversary. And so I'm excited to share that moment. And I'll be gone out of town for a week. And so I will not be on the show. Again, I am celebrating that time with my husband. And so again, you guys pray for our safe travels. We'll be leaving out next Friday to go to Tennessee. And I got a big in October the 9th will be I will be in Flavors of Love, Flavors of Fall fashion show. So if you want to be a part, if you want to just buy a ticket to support, please get in touch with me. We have tickets, as well as you can go on Eventbrite to buy those tickets. It will be an awesome show. We have, skits, we have a dance off, kids portion of the modeling as well. And every flavor you could think of will be in this show. So again, I thank you guys for supporting in advance. This month has really been shaping up to be an awesome time. Today, I want you guys to, first, I want to celebrate one of my nieces from Alabama. Today is her birthday, Seda Forrest. I'll never forget, of course, this day is a day to remember for those who were falling in 9/11 with the Twin Towers. So we want to pray for those families as well. Also, today is going to be a live recording for Pastor Dana Berry. So you guys, I want you to support and pray for her as she go live in the alert call for 911 for the body of Christ. So please keep her and all those who are a part of that tonight also.
It ain't there no more, Chris.
So our guest will be on shortly. Oh my goodness. You guys just continue to pray for me. Again, I don't know why I feel like I'm catching a cold and with this weather change, this is the wrong time to be feeling some type of way. Hello, hello.
Doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I was telling the people I've been ripping and running trying to get all this stuff together for our anniversary next week. With, I get off at a certain time. My time is so limited. And for whatever reason, with the weather change, my sinuses is acting up really, really bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's that time of year.
So well, most people know, I let the people know how I know the person, my guest for the day. Again, this is another proof of why I say I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You were actually recommended to me. Someone reached out to me and he said that because of what I do, it would be a dope thing to actually talk to you. And so I reached out and here we are today. So, as we say, D Hall the Queen, um, real name Danielle,
Yep.
you are here today. So thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So how long have you been rapping?
Really probably like all my life, like as long as I can remember, but seriously for probably like the last 4 or 5 years, really been pursuing it.
So from my understanding, you're a Christian rapper.
I'm a Christian and I rap.
Okay.
I'm not a Christian rapper though. But nah, yeah. It's most of my music is I guess it could be considered clean because I don't curse in my raps, but other people might be featured and they might curse. So I guess that's why people might think I'm a Christian rapper because I don't curse in the rap.
So where do you get most of your material from?
Just life, really. Just it's just day-to-day stories of either something I went through or other people around me have gone through. That's it. Just life in general.
So just by I want to say assuming from your appearance, you seem young.
I seen that's good. I'm older, but I'm happy that I seen you. Seen you.
Um, I'm really into, of course, promoting just the positivity, period.
Right.
I feel that when we're in a place of having a platform, that we should change the narrative from what is being posted, not only of our Black skin or our male figures, but just women in general. So, how do you feel about that being in a place of influence?
I think it's definitely important, for people to have, somebody positive that they can relate to. Like growing up, it was rappers, female rappers that was older, that I looked up to. That was some of them not so, reputable, and some of them were. But it's just good to have a reputation on both sides. So if I can be, a clean rapper for another young girl or guy coming up, if they want to get into rap, let them know that it's cool. You don't have to be cursing every song, or it's other ways to express yourself. So it's definitely important.
So, when you were in school, did you always want to, perform, or this just something that just happened?
Yeah, I kind of did, but I'm shy, so it was like I wanted to perform, but I was shy about it. So, but once I finally did start performing, it was like a whole new world, like a whole different person once I get on stage. So once I got over the stage fright, after that I was hooked. I just had to keep doing it.
So, did you come from a musical background?
Um, Not really. Like my family is not musical, but we always listen to a lot of musical, but nobody played instruments or anything like that, or nobody sang or rap. But we were just always playing music in the house. Your mom wake up and turn some music on and you cleaning up, or your dad, you riding with your dad and he turns on some music. And then my older brother, I used to always like steal whatever he was listening to. So his CDs, his cassettes or whatever, I'd be trying to get my little hands on those. So that was the influence, like from a young age.
So, how does it feel to be that beacon right now? Like, since you said no one in your family actually did this, so right now we can consider you as a trailblazer. So, how does that feel?
It feels good. Like it's dope that I made it this far. Just not knowing what I'm doing, but just doing it. And that I can be, helpful to. I got some younger cousins who are interested in music, and they can call me and reach out and say, hey, what about this or what about that? How do you do this? So it's dope. Like I don't take it lightly at all.
Wow. So, right now, what are you working on?
I'm working on a new EP. I dropped the EP back in December called No Breaks. And so I'm working on the new EP now. It'll be about 5 songs and it's called No Lanes. So I'm just working on that. I'm probably headed to Atlanta next month to record some more joints for that. And then after that, I'm just gonna try to like narrow down the selection to the top 5 songs. So that's what I'm working on, just trying to increase the visibility. So like shows like yours, anywhere I can get out and get, my name heard and get my face seen is dope.
Yeah, like I said, this whole pandemic thing, for some, it was really, really a door opener, an eye opener to be able to see more people that we wasn't able to see before because everybody is at a standstill. A lot of people are able to be on their phone more. They're on searching for the next one, the next, household name based off of, social media. So this is the prime time for that. Again, word of mouth has gotten you on my stage.
Right.
Um, they was like, listen, I know what you're doing. I think it's really important that you need to reach out to her and you were able to come on here. So that's really good. Again, to put out positivity with everything that's going on in the world, especially on this particular day in general. Do you remember what you were doing on 9/11 when the whole world changed?
um, I know I was in school. Um, I can't really remember exactly what I was doing, but I know I was in school and I remember like the teachers being kind of like in a frenzy, but not knowing exactly what was going on. But I can kind of remember um, that it was something in the air that was different.
Yeah, I was actually in college. I was at Wayne County at the time, and we were in a class. And at the time, we really didn't have cell phones. It was minute phone, like minutes. And everyone's beepers start going off.
Wow.
And we're in class, everybody's beepers start going off. And everybody began to call and check and see what was going on. And by the time we left, they shut everything down. They shut Detroit downtown area off because they were getting calls of also threats to the
Right.
downtown area. So everything downtown was shut down. By the time I got home, the second plane had just hit. And so I'm watching it on the news while I'm talking to my dad. And it was like, wow, who would have ever thought? And even things after that, how the world has totally changed our
Right.
lives as we speak, as
Yeah.
right now, even with the pandemic. So for you, how has the pandemic changed you or changed your outlook on life?
Um, it's just got me a lot closer to like family. Me and my family are already close, but it just gave me time that I didn't even know I needed to like be around my parents, be around my brother on a more, regular basis, like just popping up on them. It was nothing else to do, during the pandemic, but be with people that you knew were safe. And, so it just gave me that time and I cherish that time, parents getting older. So anytime that I get with them, like the pandemic was bad in certain ways, but it was a blessing in other ways because it made us slow down. So I just appreciate it for that. But it gave me a lot more time to work on music too. Like instead of trying to go here and there and do this and that, I just had to focus and write and create. So that was another blessing.
Absolutely. I think the moment of slowing down was a key factor to really put in perspective of what we feel is important and what's not. And we go around the corner and we're right back at where God intended, which was family.
Right.
And so I'm glad you said that because again, we get so busy and we feel like we're so grown that family you feel like will always be there. And that is not the case.
Right.
Again, the pandemic is not over. We must say that again. That people are still passing away from it. There are more cases of it. And we still have to be careful, never to take your guard down, period. And so, again, those moments that we have to cherish, especially with our parents getting older, our siblings getting older, having families and things of that
Mhm.
nature, it puts things into perspective in a creative spot. Instead of being able to go to the river or things of that nature, you have your space now where it's quiet,
Yeah.
where you can actually really, really be creative and hear just your thoughts and not the loudness of the world. And so I'm sure that the lyrics that you have come out with is gonna be fire.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure of it.
For sure. For sure. Like I'm excited about it. Like I'm excited about like I got a lot of friends that do music too, and they've been creating during this time. We've been collabing, like, Zoom calls, all of that. So I'm just excited about everything that's coming out. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of positive things coming out too, like a lot of positive music, motivational music. Like nobody wants to be down or sad right now. So I think it's gonna be like a lot of upbeat, uplifting type joints coming out. I'm definitely putting that type of music out. So y'all be ready for that.
I'm sure, like I said, it's the time for it because as we speak, I have a friend who's at his grandfather's funeral,
Mm.
and yesterday, a friend, a very close person to me, buried her brother, and so it's here. You know what I'm saying? Death is could be all around us, and we cannot think that it is untouchable to you. You know what I'm saying? And so again, we need the positivity. This show has been talked about because this is a connection show. And
Yeah.
so this is the time to spread those things. You might be one person away, literally, one help away or one advice away from where you need to be in your destiny. And so if I could help, I'm definitely going to do that. If your music, if I'm in a certain space in my mind, I need that music to get me through whatever I'm going through. And so I'm saying to you, continue whatever space you might be in, continue to have that dope interaction with yourself and with God. So when he really released the floodgates, that, all that you've been dreaming about, all that you have been putting out in the atmosphere comes in fruition for you.
Mhm.
And I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say,
Yeah.
because the world needs this.
Yeah.
Um, Again, today is a memorial to that day where those people went into the building not knowing that this was the last time that they would be able to see their families, to be able to breathe, to be able to do anything. They didn't know that.
Right.
Those who were affected for the rest of their lives because of what happened, they didn't know that. And so every moment that we have to be able to breathe and inhale positivity, inhale wherever music is a human language
Yeah.
that is universal.
Yep.
And so I'm saying you have no idea that somebody on in Africa might be listening to your music. It's not the same way how we had to send off tapes and
Yeah.
things of that nature. It's at actually a click now where people can actually hear you and they don't necessarily have to even see your face. But
Right.
however, is now is the time. So I'm looking forward to that. So what I always ask these people, what is something that people would be in awe of knowing something about you?
In all of it. Um,
Like something they had no idea that you liked or you don't like, or as I said, a guilty pleasure or something like that.
oh, I think I'm a rapper, but I listen to more R&B than anything. I think that's different. Like I probably listen to R&B 90% of the time, and I listen to like 10% rap. So that's something different. I'm a lefty. That's people don't know that. I don't know what else. else? I think that might be it.
So did you get a chance to go to school like for like the arts, like
No,
DSA or anything like that?
I don't know if I went to Renaissance. I was in a band, so that I um, nah, I didn't get to go to any type of, school for the arts or anything like that. But, I did study on my own, trying to develop my craft and make sure I was good at it. But yeah.
So in the rap game, who is someone that you would love to collaborate with?
Oh, hmm. I would love to do some Rick Ross, who else? Diddy. Um, I like Meg. I like Meg Thee Stallion. The song with Meg would be dope. Moneybag Yo. That'd probably be my go-to ones right now.
Okay. In the R&B world, who would love to do a collab with?
R&B world. Wow. Bryson Tiller.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that'll be my top one right now. Who else? Kehlani. I think she's dope. I'd probably go old school too and see if I could get like a remix with Escape or something. That'd be dope. Yeah.
That would be different. Like I like Bryson Tiller, I think is so underrated. Um, he has awesome lyrics as well as a tone to his voice.
Yeah.
Um, it's so many things and so many people that are in the game that sometimes don't get the shine that they should. Like I feel like Tiana Taylor is so underrated.
She is.
Um, her last album, I mean, it was nonstop. Was I don't want to say her name wrong. Is it Iniko?
Is it Janae Aiko or
There
no?
you go.
Okay. Yeah, she's
She's
dope. Yeah.
yes, she's very underrated. And right now to be able to do collabs, I was at the barbershop earlier and it was the video with Jay-Z, Nas, and what is his name? The one that says and another one. That's all he keeps saying in all his songs. Khalid, DJ Khaled.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Having the time to actually be able to have some at the moment, at the right moment, and you change the face of history. You change the face not only of history, but legacy for your own family. It's not like we're just doing something just to be doing it. We're out here saying something for a reason. So do you feel like eventually you will get into as they say, Black Power music or a women's anthem, or are you just sticking in the pocket?
Um, I already kind of do get into my like my Black Power mode. Because I think it's just part of who I am, so it like automatically come out in the music. And but I could see myself focusing more on it as I get older. Like I could definitely see that. And definitely women empowerment. Like I'm all about that. Um, so yeah, I could see myself incorporating it more often into my music. I think that we definitely need more of it.
Yeah, in a statement of, especially in not just in Hollywood, just in general, of women, um, we define uh, what we should look like, and it's nothing to be jealous about.
Right.
Like we're all made different for a reason. Stay in your lane.
Right.
Stay in your lane. Work where you are, and there's plenty of spaces to inspire to be different, to, go higher. But there's no need to be jealous of no one on this earth,
Mhm.
because we all have, no one can beat you at being you.
Right.
No
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Your voice, how you sound, how your style, how you, as in my case, cut my hair, color it whenever I feel like it. Um, we have every way to change. If you don't like what you see, change
Right.
it. But we don't have to be labeled. We don't have to live up to anyone else's standards. You make you,
Right.
whatever that is. So, what would you say to a younger, 10-year-old you? What would you say to her?
Um, I would say just be comfortable. Be comfortable with who you are. Like it's going to work out in the end. Like I was a tomboy growing up, so I got, kind of picked on sometimes just for being so boyish. But I would just tell her that you are great. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna grow up and be a dope human being. And a lot of things that some girls had to go through and learn, you won't have to you won't have to learn them. I mean, you won't have to go through it because you are you. So I would just tell her to be cool, chill out, don't worry about it, and just keep being you, a cool kid.
Yeah, that's good. So many kids are being um, bullied, both in the physical as well as on social media. And they're looking to, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're still trying to find your own lane, your own voice. And sometimes we get hooked up with the wrong crowd, or we don't want to be the one left behind. So we think, in all actuality, the one that everybody either not saying their name is usually the one that's more successful than everyone.
Yeah,
And so it's amazing how we learn the lessons, at hindsight. But now that we have people who are actually voicing their opinions now, like yourself, to understand that even in the growing up pains, what we see, what we experience, all it does is make you better. It's
yeah,
is it happens to all of us. We have to get to a place where you'll grow up, but I want you guys to grow up in the timing that God wants you to grow up. So many of these kids are growing up so fast that they're not even having childhoods.
right.
So what do you say to a message to the kids these days?
Um, message to the kids. I would just say find some light, like find something that you like that's positive and try to focus on that. Like it's a lot of negative things that you can focus on, but try to find some light in the middle of everything that's going on. Or like find a person that you can talk to that is the light. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll bring some positivity into you or that makes you feel good about yourself. Try to find those things and don't focus so much on the negative, even though it can be hard at times. Like you gotta try and keep pushing. Like it gets better. Sometimes when you're a kid, it can feel like certain things are just like the end of the world, like something that happened and you be like, oh my God, it's over. But you got many days ahead of you if you just keep going, and it gets better. It definitely gets better.
It definitely does. I remember, I have a friend coming on later. We went to the same elementary school. And for us at that time, listen, I don't know about this school thing. I don't know about none of this. But eventually, years later, we bump into each other after high school. I think he had a family at the time. I'm still finding myself. And then we bump into each other years later, and it's like after time tells everything. But if you keep going and you have people that's positive in your corner pushing you to be better, to pushing you to want to do better. I can't get with I'm a product of my environment. If you want better, you will do better.
Yeah.
And then eventually, you'll run into somebody who will pull you in and be like, listen, don't do that. Don't do this right here. And eventually the light bulb comes on.
Right.
And so I'm saying, I'm sitting here on pins and needles, like, I need to hear the light bulb in your lyrics to be like, even if I have a moment or when I wanted to quit or if I wanted to stop, I can listen to the Queen's music and be like, she made it, I can do it too. If I sit back and, sometimes as a kid, I used to go and to the park to Belle Isle, and they had the nature walk, and I would do that. I will go to the aquarium. I will go to the flowers and just sit there for hours. Um, and it was just like they spoke to me. The water spoke to me. Like eventually, I'm not gonna always be in this space. Has there ever been a moment where life was just too much for you, like it was overwhelming?
Um, yeah, I think yeah, I've definitely had moments where it was just like a lot going on at one point in time. But I think my family and my faith is really what gets me through those times, like um dark times. Or I used to have, like, I don't know if you ever heard of the winter blues. It's like during the winter months you might just feel more down
Oh,
than
because you
usual.
can't get out as much. Uh-huh.
Like, I used to have it bad, but I would just like pray my way through, talk my way through, music, lean on that, and just family is what gets me through. But I think more than anything is my faith, that I know that no matter what I'm going through, God is always with me. Um, any problem that I have, I got somebody that's gonna help me out of it, all the way out of it. So I think that that more than anything is what gets me through. But I had to, learn that over time, going through things. You
Right.
might try to fix it one way, you might try to fix it your own way, and you end up right back in the same spot. No,
Right.
you got to give it to God. So it took me time to learn that. But yeah, it's definitely some bad days, but it's more good days than bad days.
So what is one lesson that you learned by watching your brother since you were younger than him?
Um, what's the lesson I learned? I learned. I guess I got a lot of my work ethic from my brother. Like, I saw him start working at a young age and just never stop. Like 14 years old or however old he was a caddy at a golf course, and ever since then he just never stopped working. He always had some money. He would, get his money and buy his jewelry and do this and do that. So I think I learned that from him, that if you want something, you got to go to work and you got to get it. And my parents as well. Like, I always saw them work. So I know if you want a better life, if you want the things that you want, you have to go to work. Like, there's no handouts. I mean, there's handouts for some people, but for me, it ain't no handouts. So you got to work.
And so for those who are watching, the important things is also working, the having the attitude of being independent. So with your music, that's going to be on a independent label or
Right. Yeah, it's on my label. I started a label. It's called Newtown Entertainment. So it's on there. Everything is independently through me. So I'm learning that all along the way. I'm reading all of these LLC books and just trying to be up to par and make sure that everything is handled the right way. But yeah, it's all independent, and I love it. I love it. Can't nobody tell me what to make or what not to make or how I should look or, what to do. It's just me.
And I didn't even know that part about, you did your own label. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And that's even better
Right.
because
Right. Like I
then
was
you
worried about trying to get signed. Like people worry about trying to get signed. It's like, yo, sign yourself. Sign yourself. And once they see those numbers from your label, somebody else might reach out, but for the time being, sign yourself, you know, be your own boss.
right. Wow. I didn't even know that. And that's even better because you don't have too many female label owners in music for one. And
Yeah.
then two, again, to be able to do everything learning as you go, that's fine. And that's being honest with yourself because again, once you get everything clicking, all of those checks, let me
Yeah.
say that one more time. All of those checks is gonna come to you. And
Right.
so again, that is great. So how do you come up with your own style?
Um,
Meaning like how you look from how you sound, all of that.
um, I don't know. My own style. Um, well, I guess I'm still a tomboy, so I think that's part of why I'm always just like in something that's kind of sporty. Um, or it's never anything that's like super revealing just because it's just not me. I'm just kind of like the around the way type girl next door type vibe. So I think it's just my personality that comes out in what I wear. Like I always been into sneakers and different kind of sportswear. So that just stuck with me. It just got a little bit girlier over time. That's all.
And that's good. Because one thing we always remember that, first impressions is everything for one. And then two, how I met you, that's the same way I want you to, of course you can always advance. But
Yeah.
if if I knew you as the tomboy in the hood and eventually, it's still part of you. It never goes away. I was a tomboy as well. And it didn't come until I guess the more feminine part of it. Um, I would say my 30s.
Okay.
Mhm. Really getting into, more of the makeup and more dresses and things of that nature. I still like the haircut. I could do long hair, I could do short hair. It's at that moment, how do I feel at the
Right.
time? If I
Mhm.
want to get up and be in a jogging suit and some shoes, I mean, even though I don't like shoes, I'm just saying. I'd rather be barefooted. But it's the moment thing, and that's okay. Because one thing you have to do is be real with yourself.
Right.
No one else knows you better than yourself. And
Yeah.
so if I'm feeling some type of way, look, if I want to be in a gown today, glamorous gown, hey, that's how it is. If I want to sing to the top of my lungs, then it is what it is. And so it with you being the independent person, it is what it is. Whatever you make it to be, that's deemed what it is.
Yeah.
There's no one else's to come in and say, oh, I don't like that. I don't want you sounding like that. No, your uniqueness is what your calling card is.
Right. Right. I like that. That's your calling card. I like that.
It is. It's going to be your calling card. Because again, I'm looking for the world needs difference. And that's the part that most people don't want to be. It's different. I
Yeah.
don't want to be a cookie cutter. I don't want to be like no one else. I want to be unique and different. That's how God made us. So your sound is not going to sound like Foxy Brown
Right.
or Little Kim or Cardi B and all of that stuff.
Right.
Whatever D Hall, the queen, wants to be in sound and look, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do your parents feel about all of this?
My dad is a huge fan. Like I think he's a bigger fan of my mom. She says that's not the case, but yeah, he loves my music. My mom loves it too. But at one point, I was doing battle rap too, and she did not like that. So I think that's what kind of turned her off from it. But they love it for the most part. They sometimes they be concerned with like the lifestyle that comes with it or the things that comes with it as far as like going out to the clubs and performing or stuff like that. It can be, as parents, they probably just look at it from like a safety standpoint. But
Mhm.
as far as the music go, they love it. They love it.
Do your brother go with you a lot?
Not really. He used to, like back in the day, but not really. More so now it's just me and my friends doing it, or I'm solo doing it.
Okay. Um, what was I about to say? That's good. One thing about it of having support is everything. So it makes it a lot easier when family supports your dreams and your visions. Um, and even if they didn't, you still got to do it.
Right.
You still
Right.
have to, and eventually they'll catch on.
Yeah.
But sometimes it makes it a lot easier, when you have those moments where maybe everything is kind of slow,
Right.
or you have those moments where, are you sure this is what you want to do?
Yeah.
You'll have somebody to continue to, be in your ear and push you to be successful. Let's see, what else do we want? So far, what is the furthest place you've been so far to do your music?
Um, I think Canada. That's probably the far. Well, no, that's not as far. Atlanta, Florida. Yeah, maybe Florida is the farthest I've been to do it. For like it was a convention down there. I had won a contest and got into this showcase, so I went down there to perform for some people in the industry. So that was dope.
Wow. Um, hmm. I just had a idea, but I'll talk to you about it afterward.
Okay.
Um, Again, I told you I'm a connector, so I just
Yeah.
had a one of those aha moments.
Okay.
And so you never know what might happen, but I have a great idea.
Okay. I'm excited now.
Um, so with the new EP, would that be out the end of the year or that's maybe next year?
I'm shooting for the end of the year, maybe like December. That's when my last EP came out, was last December. So I think I'm gonna shoot for December. But it'll be a couple singles coming out too in the next 2 months. Two different singles. So
Okay.
that'll move people over into December, hopefully.
Okay. Well, I could say, right now you do have a lot of people supporting you. And of course, I am definitely into pushing positivity, pushing those who want to better themselves, period. And if I could connect you with someone, whatever help you need, definitely I'm here. Again, once the EP is released, I can have you back on the show again to promote yourself. I'm all about that. Again, I was told by God Himself that I was going to become the help that I once needed. And that
Wow.
means with the mental part, the spiritual part, the physical part, every aspect of life. I'm going to help as many people as I can, whether it comes through me or I connect you with someone who can help you get to where you need to be. That's what it's about. I can't do nothing if I don't have the people, and the people can't do nothing without the other side of the people. And so this is where we are. Um, and especially with you being from Detroit, it's definitely my duty to make sure that you're very successful and that you get out here even the more than where you are right now. Again, someone told me, inbox me like, listen, I know what you're about. You need to talk to her. And so again, 6 degrees of separation is a real thing. And it has been proven over and over again since I started the show. Positivity is the door always to being successful, um, and being in the right place at the right time. Again, I can't wait to hear your music, to see what you have to say, to see the next wave. Someone has to take it to a whole nother level. And always, cussing doesn't always get it. You might say it for a moment, but most people who actually can actually have a conversation and communicate correctly don't even use that type of language. So it's good to, can stay consistent, stay clean, and you'll get into in the homes where, you know, you have the 60-year-olds and up repeating your lyrics.
Right.
And so that's good to, represent yourself. Before we get off, is there anything that you want to say to the people?
Um, Thank you for all the support, everyone. If you just finding out who I am, hello there. Listen to some music. It's some dope music that I got out right now, and I just appreciate the support. Share it with somebody else, and thank you, Camila, for inviting me on the show. I really appreciate it. Any new platform I can get on, I appreciate it. But I appreciate this one because it's been so positive and it's been so easy to talk to you. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm the cousin that we all in our own spaces, and that's really good. And I'm gravitated to, people who have a mind to, take it to the next level, to be positive, to help others, especially our youth who really need it. There's so many things out here that's taking their attention away from where they need to be. And so music is one of the biggest keys for our youth to really listen. And so the more we put out here and flood the market of positivity, whether it's male or female, is definitely the time for it right now. And so, of course, again, I bless you for coming on to get on the show to spread your positivity, spread your lyrics to the world. Where can they find your music right now?
It's on all streaming platforms. If you just look for D Hall the Queen, or you can go to dharthequeen.com and it'll take you wherever you want to go.
So again, I need you guys to support her in every endeavor that she has her hands on to do. Again, we need each other to be successful. So I need you guys to support her. Go follow her on IG. Are you on Facebook?
Yep. It's D Hall the Queen on IG and D Hall the Queen on Facebook and on Twitter. So D
I
Hall
need
the
you
Queen
guys to flood her inbox, her social media, wherever. Really, really push her, not only because she's from Detroit, Michigan, but because she's a dope artist and she Black.
is.
I need you guys to support her. Again, I had a epiphany just now. It's some major things about to come down the line. And while I have her on here, again, this is I don't want to say a shameless plug, but Blacktop Street Ball Association will be launching very, very soon. If you know anything about N1, you know the name Wally Dixon, aka Main Event. Again, this moment with music, the mixtape, they're gonna need male and female artists.
Hey.
So the connection is real. And so all I can do is put the name out there And if she get the call, she get the call. But that's my duty to make sure in every area that I can help, I will do. So when I tell you this, I am going to pass your name to a person that has something to do with this movement that is about to happen. So
Okay.
you have no idea what might happen afterwards, but
I
it
appreciate
will
it.
be great exposure even when they come this way to Detroit. So again, at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
So again, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I will get in touch with you as soon as we get off this show.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right, I'll see you later.
Great. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye bye.